Ooh, yes, I am starting off the stream mid-video. Didn't get the chickens ready to be in charge, but I'll do that now. Chickens in charge. All right. Come on, get it together, chickens. All right. I'm going to go this way. There we go. 3 chickens in charge. Hey, honey, doing your adulting. Right. All right. In our mixing glass, we put 1 ounce or 30 mils of the Amaro. Then we put 3/4 of an ounce, about 22.5 mils of rye whiskey. And finally, 3/4 of an ounce or about 22.5 mils of port. There's a lot of cows tonight. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a chilled Nicanora. And of course, I did that twice, once with the Amaro Montenegro and once with the Averna Amaro. So the color did carry through. The Averna managed to be darker overall than the Amaro Montenegro. With the port, I wasn't sure if I'd see any difference, but I can still see the difference. I think I should try the Averna first. That's just a really pleasant drink. I am also using a cask strength rye whiskey, so it's actually holding its own in there. Now, do I taste any difference with the Amaro Montenegro? There is a very subtle difference, and I am not always good with the words. I'll try to describe what that difference is. I feel like making it with the Averna, it just has a slightly more noticeable bitter edge, that Amaro bitterness. Neither of these are particularly bitter Amaro to me. They're really quite sweet, just with a really pleasant balance between the bitterness and the sweetness. But if you are fond of that more bitter edge, and it's only slight, then I think you will prefer the Averna. If really bitter Amaros scare you off, you might prefer the Amaro Montenegro. Honestly, I'm going to give it one more taste to see if I can come up with anything insightful. I could taste a note of chocolate in the Averna that I don't get in the Montenegro. Honestly, these are both great. There's no way I'd put either of these back. My personal scale, these probably both get an 8 out of 10. That means I would definitely make them again. either of them. Now I have some Averna. Someone texting me. What the actual hell? Now I have some Averna. I guess I'll get a bit more diversity in my cocktails when they call for an Amaro. And it's just one more for the collection. I can't stop. Someone stop me. I can't stop double fisting either. Oh no. I'm just going to have to go off and drink these. I hope you enjoy whatever you're drinking, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I do hope to see you again. Until such time, I will say cheers. Of course, that was fucking U-Foods, wasn't it? Should have had the phone on silent. I'm an idiot. Hey, Greg. And Dr. Abgail. Chickens are in charge. I shall move them aside now. Starting off the night double fisting. Do. Gonna sit down, not gonna make any more videos tonight. Well, unless I decide to. Who the heck knows? Whew. There we go. There we go. Oh, ass. Someone stop me. I can't stop buying boxes. Also, because the Woolies were having stuff on special this week, I bought some more stuff that I otherwise wouldn't have bought, just because it was really cheap. One was a refill of my Mezcal, and I know I will eventually use that. But it's in the cupboard. It was like $30 off. And this, I'd always been tempted. Peanut butter whiskey. I haven't tasted it yet. I'll taste it in a bit. Ding. Yes, get excited. My U-Foods will come tomorrow. Jesus Christ. I tell you what I am genuinely excited about, food-wise. I am getting some food from a YouTube friend who had like a home cooking channel, Indian cooking, and she actually has a business now. She licensed to have a commercial kitchen, and she like home delivers traditional Bengali food under the name Bengali Platter. And Mrs. Angry and I went, yeah, because we're actually friends. So I've actually been to her place and she's cooked for us before and it was really good. So it's like, oh, now she has it as a business. Hell yeah, getting some food delivered. Whole spectrum, her special rice, a chicken dish, I think a lamb dish. Well, actually, it might be goat. And I think is there a beef one as well? And a dessert, Indian desserts. A fucking yum. Let me see. I've actually forgotten what I've ordered. Oh, that's right. Fish. Mrs. Angry likes fish. That's for her. So this is multiple meals. We're not eating it all in one go. So there's breadcrumbed Bengali-style flavorful fish made with a barramundi fillet, Bengali fried rice, chicken kosher, mutton korma, and a crepe filled with thickened milk, coconut, and jaggery. Gur patishapta. Such good value. That's like, we got like 1, 2, because those are like apparently 2 serves. If that's right, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meals for like $60. Fuck yeah. Hey Justin, hello. Surprised I'm not celebrating the indictment of Trump on. Oh yeah. It's well, actually, his most recent charges of trying to subvert the election, they're legally the most serious ones. That's and it's like people go, why did Texas do it? It's like because they honestly, given the choice, didn't want to prosecute him. It's like they needed to get a thing that said, no, he has unquestionably been guilty of a really serious crime trying to overturn a presidential election. And there needs to be comeuppance for that. That's why they didn't do it sooner. God, he's such a shit show. So for last night was good. We had ribs and burger from a place that's called Ribs and Burgers. Lived up to the name. They had ribs and they had burgers. And we had ribs and we had burgers. That sort of stuff, honestly, because this place you can sit in or you can get takeaway. We got takeaway. That sort of stuff, honestly, might be better sit in. Certainly wasn't bad takeaway. Especially considering by the time I got it back to the youngin's place, it was, it'd been sitting there for 20 minutes and it was still yummy. Didn't even have to reheat it. Yes, after it's that American-style barbecue, we had this huge rack of beef spare ribs, which we chopped up and everyone got a rib. Couple of burgers, chips, and they did loaded chips, even a salad. It was all good. Well, see, here's the thing, Justin. Politicians can't protect Trump if he's found to get. If a Republican, say, wins the next federal election, and Trump's convicted, although I don't think a trial would be over by the next presidential election. Who knows? They could pardon him. And in fact, I think a Republican who didn't pardon him would get crucified. Oh, man. That orange oil is, it's just an extra treat. Fucking yum. All right. So they're switching the moods for us, Dr. Abigail. The Below Decks shenanigans episode, really dark episode, then a musical. Why not? Safa, okay, the dinner out of 10. Excellent question, my friend. As we had it as takeaway, 7.5 out of 10. But okay, so my standard thing for would get it again is 8 out of 10. And the thing is, I wouldn't get that. I think, but 7.5 is fair because I wouldn't get this as takeaway again, but I could have. I could be convinced to actually have a sit-in meal at the place because think about. Did I say Below Decks, Dr. Abigail? Below Decks is a fucking weird reality show about the people who work on a luxury yacht for billionaires. I feel like I said Below Decks. Did I say Below Decks? And Justin, I think you're also spot on. Rich people don't go to prison unless they fucked over other rich people. See, Bernie Madoff did go to prison because he fucked over other rich people. Anyway, I got to try this peanut butter whiskey. And I did make another clarified cocktail. I had too many clarified cocktails and I put them in little containers and gave them to the young'uns. And now I'm just making more. I've got another one in the fridge. I did say Below Decks. I thought so. But for real, that's a real show. It's a I've never watched it. I've just seen it advertised. Stupid as fuck reality show about the people who work on luxury yachts for billionaires. Hey, Mizm, how you going on this? Was a fine Thursday night. I don't even know what our time difference is. I'm kind of shite at knowing time differences, so I'm not sure what our time difference is. Thursday night here. That's a good fucking cocktail, honestly. That's an 8 out of 10. I love it, Safa. Below Decks sounds like a porno version of Lower Decks. Or vice versa, quite honestly. Okay, Thursday afternoon for you. Oh, good to know. So that's 5 hours difference. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So that's actually not an extreme time difference between us. Oh, and you know what I was entertaining? Because, okay, I don't think anyone who's regular on the stream missed it, but Mism Creations did some fantastic artwork for my cocktail channel. And was also, now we should do the stuff for Twitch with the emotes one. And I don't use Twitch properly. But I was watching a little bit of Twitch this afternoon, mostly because I just got an alert. I think it was just last week. We had a raid from a Twitch streamer. It's not a huge one, but a few people, and they were nice. Cherry was nickname, and I got an alert that she was live this afternoon. I thought, I want to see the person who sent the raid here. It turns out she's really good at Fortnite. I was watching her, like she was inviting people in the chat to go and team play with her in Fortnite, and she's actually really good at it. So that was interesting. But because I spent a bit of time watching Fortnite, watching other people on Fortnite, I was going like, it might actually make sense for me to live stream from Twitch and actually get into the whole Twitch thing and just like leave a message on YouTube that, hey, streaming on Twitch, go watch me there. I'm starting to feel like that might actually make sense. This is an early, nascent thought with me. I haven't made any decisions, but then I might. Oh yeah, people might like this. I might even start to do pre-recorded videos for YouTube, fireside chats rather than angry rants. The more I think about it, the more I want to try and save the young men of today. I'm worried. I'm worried about men generally, particularly worried about young men. And despite the ridiculous crap right wingers go on with, the fact that I'm a supporter of feminism and diversity does not mean I hate men. I'm a man, and I'm quite fond of myself. And I have a lot of compassion for other men until they out themselves as being a complete douche canoe, and then it's like, you know what, fuck you. I refuse to pander. But I would like, I think, to try and say positive things, particularly to young men, and say, please be wary, my brothers. These right-wing grifters hate you and are just trying to exploit you. They will pander to you and tell you you're right about everything, but they don't give a shit about you. Well, you know, Dr. Abigail, for certain values of a men, you know, it's I don't agree with arbitrary cut and dry definitions, but yeah. Safi, so you're saying it's 20. It was 19 here. It was very windy. It was nice. It was sunny. It's nice. It's global warming. We're all fucked. And this summer is going to suck sweaty balls. This summer's going to be fucking terrible. Man, this is a good fucking cocktail. Maybe the Averna's better. The Averna's kind of like a more definite taste. I don't know. I don't know. I have to think on it more. And we'll see. But, you know, anyway. It's Thursday night, which is almost Friday. Look, it's basically the weekend. I don't have any meetings tomorrow. God, I've had such a quiet work week at work, which has allowed me to like catch up on paperwork. It's digital, but we'll call it paperwork. Next week's busy as fuck. And I actually worked out though. Because I'm probably going to go in on Monday and Tuesday next week. Lately, I've just been going in on Mondays because Mrs. Angry's been recovering from being sick and been fatigued, and I like to be here for her. But there's an actual thing on at the office on Tuesday, and I thought, well, I'll go in for that because there's a thing. There's a reason to go in. And then, by sheer coincidence, a distiller I like, and in fact, their bottle, a little square bottle there from the Gospel Distillery, Australia's only exclusively rye whiskey distiller. They're launching a new one at a bar. It's a collaboration with a bar in the city on Tuesday. So I'm like, hell yeah! You know what I'm going to do? I'm already going to be in there for the office, so I'm going to stay in there and I'm going to go to this fucking product launch at a bar. Yeah. Yes, honestly, it's very gay support for my partner, definitely. And again, you joke, but there are literally just unhinged, confused, conflicted weirdos on the internet that they will tell you that showing genuine love and care for a lady person when you are a man person is gay. It is so. It's got to stage like where they go, "Oh, a real man won't do that. That's too effeminate." And so the answer is like, "Fellas, is it gay to have sex with a woman?" They're just like, it's so fucking weird. If I could, talk down a couple of young fellas or even middle-aged fellas, do I still classify as middle-aged? I think I've passed middle-aged. I don't fucking know. Depends how long I live, I guess. I am at the age where I morbidly look at every celebrity death and look at their age, and like people who die from illness, etc., and whatnot. Go, are they older or younger than me? How much older? That could be me. God, geez, oof. And it's just like I'm of the age where I wake up and like, ow, my arm's sore. It's a tumor. I'm gonna die. It's just how I am. I don't think it's limited to me either. I think everyone my age is going, oh, it's headache. This is it. I'm going to die. And it's not even a migraine. It's not even a bad headache. I just get a headache and I think that's a stroke. Oh, I'm going to die. An insight into my world. I spend a lot of time thinking about death. Nice. Musical Aviator been doing a train simulator stream. I like that. Oh, you know what I had the urge to do just for visual interest? Fire up Red Dead and not play it, but just get like Arthur on his horse and go on the map and send him on a long journey. And just because it's such beautiful visuals in that game, and I like minimize myself and just have that as like it's like wallpaper for the stream, and I'll just continue to chat. Like I won't actually play the game. Safa, I do not understand that question. Is school bad for Angry? I do not understand. Unless you're asking, was school bad for me? In which case the answer is it wasn't great. It wasn't disastrous. It wasn't great. Didn't suit me. Well, it kind of did. It's complicated. Just drinking some water there. Because the ice has been melting. Man, that's a good fucking cocktail. All right. Now I'm going to transfer the orange peel and the cherry to another glass. Oh, God. That's like the last cherry is always a bit mutant. Like someone's chewed on it. Middle Age, either the time between the collapse of the Roman Empire and the 5th century up to the beginning of the Renaissance, or between 40 and 60. Okay, so I'm still middle-aged. Also, the way my body feels occasionally is very much collapse of the Roman Empire. So, you know, bit of both, quite honestly. Oh, fucking yum. That's good. Anyway, I haven't tasted this yet. I just filtered it today. Pop. Put a little bit in there. In terms of alcohol, this is mostly rum. It's got some orange juice and pineapple juice in it. Actually, I want to look at, because Young Mr. Hungry got one of their flamboyant one, like Wagyu beef with truffle and bacon. Let me look at their menu. Oh, yeah, okay. The truffle and bacon burger is a $20 burger. Yeah. But then we got this fucking huge thing of beef ribs that came with chips and 2 burgers. And those like their regular burgers. And their regular burgers, I was like old school cheese, but they're $13.90. So they're a bit cheaper. But they do have $20 burgers. And I think young Mr. Hungry enjoyed his $20 burger. Ooh. How big's the average drainage hole? Is that a sex thing? Is that a sex metaphor? Hey, Strictly Sega, how you doing, Brew? That big? Again, sex thing. I could ask Mrs. Angry, see if she replies, or see if she says, "That's a dumb question. Why are you asking me?" How big is the drainage hole in an average terracotta pot? I think that's a difficult question to answer because it's probably down to what is average to you, you know? But I did ask the household gardening expert, Mrs. Angry. So we might get a sensible answer, because you won't get a sensible answer from me. I'm just trying to turn it into sexual innuendo. Because that's just how I am. What do I buy at the supermarket to make the cashier give me a weird look? You just reminded me of a sketch I saw on I don't know, some Australian comedy one where there's guys at the supermarket and stuff's going through the cashier. And the cashier keeps trying to say funny things. Like, you know, there's some chicken breast and some eggs. And she goes, "Oh, which came first, the chicken or the eggs?" And then there's coleslaw and sticky tape. And it's going, "What are you going to try and do? Stick the carrot back together?" And then there's a jar of Vaseline and a huge cucumber. And the operator holds him and goes, "I got nothing." Oh, there you go. Mrs. Angry says 1 to 2 centimeters. I'm assuming that's diameter, 1 to 2 centimeters. Okay, now I feel like Dr. Abigail's channeling Safa with questions I have difficulty answering. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If you're going to an independent place that's using good quality ingredients, $20, it's like a proper fucking meal. And they're not making a huge profit. A place that's doing good quality food, using good quality ingredients, if they charge $20 for 3, they're Mrs. Angry just then replied with the obvious, "Why the fuck are you asking?" She didn't say that. She just said why. Yeah, that's the thing. When you go to these independent food places, they're not making huge margins. You're like, oh, look at that! This stupid avocado on toast is so expensive. They're not making a huge profit. They really aren't. What are you to bet? I'm not Ozzy Osbourne. That was the thing. Okay, I might be the only one old enough to remember this, but there was folklore from the 70s, Ozzy Osbourne doing shows with Black Sabbath, biting the head off a bat during the live show. I'm like 90% sure he never actually did it, that it was just a weird bit of folklore. But I distinctly remember reading a media article that said like he got bitten by the bat he was biting and had to get all these painful rabies shots. Cricket bat. That's a whole different thing. Okay, see, you're just messing with me, but you opened the door to this. Do I have consistent poops? Well, okay. I had a weird, actually quite horrible pain in my gut earlier this year. And it's like, okay, off to the doctor we go because I'm so old. This is just a sign I'm going to die. And initial consult, the doctor thought it's probably diverticulitis or there's two different versions: diverticulitis. It's a problem with the diverticulum in your lower intestine, and that's actually a real pain in the ass to treat, and it can be a chronic condition that you have to manage for the rest of your life. And anyway, I did a bunch of tests. I had to have a fucking dye injected in me, it turns out it was actually something that presents the same as diverticulitis, but is way more benign, and antibiotics treated it. Anyway, I took a course of antibiotics and I did not poop properly for months. I pooped way too often for a month or two. So I had to wipe because, unlike Dr. Abigail, I don't have a fucking bidet with AIDSy mode on it. And I was just using paper. So my poor punished butthole getting wiped too much. See, the fucking door got opened and I'm doing this. It's all Dr. Abigail's fault that I'm freaking doing this. And I just realized quite recently, like, oh, I am actually pooping normally again now. Well, that's a relief. But that took fucking months. These fucking antibiotics, which I needed, but they fucking changed my gut biome, and I fucking also, on the plus side, when I was pooping too much, it was always soft. For about a week, it was pseudo diarrhea, quite honestly. Swear to fucking God, I'll be kicked off the internet if I keep having this conversation. But then for a month or two, it was, at least it was soft. Like, there's nothing, constipation is terrible. I've never been seriously constipated, a little bit maybe. Anyway, but I just realized in the last week or so, oh, I'm pooping normally again. That's a fucking relief. That took 3 fucking months. And I'm glad you're laughing because you opened the door, is all I'm saying. The back door, eh? Strictly Sega, I am real serious about considering fucking B-Day, quite honestly. Yeah, a B-Day with an AIDSy mode on it.
Oh, I'm just loving your mood tonight, Dr. Abigail. If I could talk to plants, what language would I use? You know what? I'd like to use pigeon. I think pigeon is amazing. For those who don't know, Pidgin English, Pidgin, this was something that basically colonizers, British and Australian, worked out with Pacific Islanders. Very much Papuans, but I think it goes beyond there, but I'm not 100% sure. And it was like an easy version of English for the islanders to learn. And some people mock pidgin, same as some people mock African American Ebonics, and they're wrong. It's a distinct language modification, and it's a real language. And I think the development of pidgin English was a fucking huge success in intercultural communication. I had a friend who could speak, and this was a Caucasian Australian guy, could speak pidgin really well, and he would often send me messages in pidgin. Like he's, I remember this email so well. So I ended up working with him. It just sends me an email one time like, maybe one time you like a job, call Dispeller number. I think it's a thing. It's good. Ooh, wordplay. Yes, I've been to many time zones, and I spend a lot of time in time zones. I am a child of arcade machines. Man, I fucking wasted so much money in arcades. Trying to communicate to kids today the arcade experience where you put your money into an arcade machine and you had X number of lives, usually somewhere between 1 and 3. And you put your money in, you played the game, and you died, and that was fucking it. It didn't save. Next time you went there, you put the money in, you started from the fucking start. There were a couple of games, not many, but there were a couple that I got hardcore into, and I could go a long way. But trying to explain to kids, no, this is how arcade games work, because the screen and the graphics was a million times better than the home systems. The home systems at that point were like the Atari. This is pre-Super Nintendo entertainment system. And arcades were fucking cool. And there was no saving. See, Strictly Sega now is irrelevant. I'm talking about then in the 80s. You put the money in, you played, you died, the fucking game was over. You put more money in, you started from the goddamn start. That was fucking hardcore. This kid, and he was really young. I was maybe 16. I don't think I was much older than 16. This kid, I don't even know if he was a teenager. He was somewhere between 12 and 14. This is the Police Boys Club, or the Police Citizens Youth Club, it's called now. They had some Pac-Man machines. This kid, he had to have been autistic to remember this. Pac-Man works off a pattern. 99% of people who played Pac-Man were just fucking around with it. But because Pac-Man was code, it actually worked to a pattern. And you could learn that pattern. And you could actually beat Pac-Man. You had to go through all these levels. And when it got to the end, for anyone who's unfamiliar, the layout of Pac-Man was a maze. And there were a bunch of little dots and 4 big dots. And you were this circle with a mouth going, wah, 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 eating the little dots. And 4 ghosts would chase you. And what would happen if you ate the Big Dot, the ghosts were vulnerable. You could eat them to get bonus points. And as you got to higher and higher levels, the ghosts were vulnerable for a shorter and shorter period of time until you get to the point, because the ghosts are faster than you. You have to strategically turn corners to avoid the ghosts. The ghosts are faster than you. You get to a level where when you eat the Big Dot, the ghosts aren't vulnerable. They just stop chasing you for less than a second. They're like right on your tail. You eat the dot, they go the opposite direction for less than a second and then start chasing you again. And I watched this kid, and I have no idea how many times he had to play to know these patterns. But he's just reflexively going with it's like just a joystick, just and it takes ages to beat the game from start to finish. Is like, I don't know, 15 minutes or something, and and he fucking beat it, and then he just went and walked away. It was like, God damn, kid, what the hell? And of course, yeah, arcade games were just designed to make kids put coins in them. You know, you get fucking addicted to them. I see. Strictly Sega notes some trivia. The red ghost would directly chase Pac-Man. Pink and blue ghost would position themselves in front of Pac-Man, and orange ghost would be random. There you go. But yeah, I actually watched this kid once, 12 to 14-year-old kid, beat Pac-Man. And as I said, have I been called angry, referred to in the third person in real life, just from YouTube chat? Always at YouTube meetups. That's what people call me. Safa, I don't remember, actually. I don't think so. There were like cutscenes at various stages where something would happen, but yeah. Oh yeah, putting your initials, usually three. You had to come up with what your three initials were going to be that you put there. So yeah. Oh right, thank you. I was actually thinking that in my head. It was Ms. Pac-Man had cutscenes. So the end of the game is the game board maze cuts in half. There you go. I did see it, but I didn't remember it. Oof. No, AIDSy did, though. That's how he got necrotizing fasciitis. No sorry about being into retro games, Strictly Sega. Definitely no sorry. Fun fact, I saw an article the other day about a woman who had necrotizing fasciitis. I think she was gardening and she got a scratch on her arm, and like maybe some dirt or some fertilizer got into it. And anyway, the fucking necrotizing fasciitis microbes were in there. And over the next 6 to 12 hours, like her arm swelled up and got inflamed. She's like, what the fuck? And went to hospital. And they treated her. And the whole thing like, yeah, you were half an hour away from dying, which was exactly like AIDSy, except it was his balls that swelled up to the size of a fucking basketball. I was even going to comment on the article. This happened to a friend of mine, but it was his balls, not his arm. Jesus. Oh, here's the thing. Okay, so Dr. Abigail, Ms. Pac-Man also falls into what I've seen referred to as Smurfette syndrome. Weird things in popular culture where everything's like male and then there's like a female version, except there's no personality. The personality is they're female. So I just thought I heard a really weird noise. Like a possum fight, which is distinctly possible. There's a possum out there fighting. Hey, official Justin, the angry chicken man is here. Stiff, drink this thing. Oh, rough week? Oh, neat. All right, okay. Strictly Sega posted the end scream of Pac-Man in our Discord. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so for those who want to know, that's what it looks like if you beat Pac-Man. Half the screen goes into junk code. Ah, there you go. There you go. Oh, I should show the duck shirt and shorts that I found today. I'm always getting these clothing things advertised to me on Facebook, and I looked up a thing. Suffer, I think Dr. Abigail's on medication tonight. Pineapples grow on the ground, don't they? I'm sure I've driven past a pineapple farm in Queensland and they grow on the ground. Oh, it runs out of memory. And so you code. Okay. So I'm going to share a thing I found today. I might have to get. So I shared once before the angry or dissolute duck drinking a martini. And I saw this shirt today. The many moods of angry dissolute duck with a martini. But then I explored a little bit further and I found out I could get duck shorts as well. So I could get, that could be my summer outfit. That could be my summer look. The duck shirt and the duck shorts. I'm going to have to put serious thought into that, quite honestly. Angry, dissolute, alcohol drinking duck. Honestly. Oh no, did I wreck it? I don't know, I've been to Queensland. Yes, official Justin. Well, see, that was the weird. Pac-Man was a completely androgynous circle, and then it's Ms. Pac-Man was the circle with a bow on it, which was ridiculous. Dr. Abigail thinks so. Oh, there are a whole bunch of chicken shirts as well on these sites. You get the shorts. I don't wear shirts very often, but I mean, the matching shirt and shorts would be a hell of a look. A hell of a look. So, yeah, and in fact, okay. I think the medication is definitely kicking in with questions like that. Started eating it instead of finishing it. Yeah. So, the site that I found that on had a bunch of cocktail themed shorts, actually. Oh, yeah, I get that, Strictly Sega. Pac-Man was huge because it wasn't as aggressively boyish as things like Space Invaders or Galaga. Yeah, no, I can see that. Absolutely see that. Oh, I actually have in my collection one of the first records, a 7-inch single on vinyl that I bought with my own money. I guess you'd call it a novelty track. The Space Invaders song. I bet it's still in a box out there. I bet I never got rid of it. Space Invaders, Space Invaders, Space Invaders. See, that's an interesting statement there, Pac-Man. Pac-Man, Safa. Pac-Man was unisex. What Pac-Man had no signifiers of gender or sex. And Ms. Pac-Man's signifier of femininity was a bow. That was what I thought of first. That's why I thought of Space Invaders. Pac-Man Fever, driving me crazy. That was an attempt to cash in because the song Space Invaders was actually hugely fucking successful. So the Pac-Man Fever one was trying to cash in on it, and it didn't work. Official Justin, yes, we are talking about retro games, 8-bit trash in the 90s. No aircon, finger slipping with it. I mean, what I was in the 80s with really shoddily made joysticks that would fucking break all the time. And I don't even mean from throwing them, I just mean from using them. That's right. In Japan, they regarded Puckman, but the Americans knew kids would just change the side of the arcade thing to say fuck man. So yeah. Dr. Abigail, under advice from NASA, I can neither confirm nor deny what I might have done flying through space. So, all right. What the fuck is this? That's so fucking weird. All right. I just had to look at something that was fucking weird. Okay. Just going on the YouTubes. It must be on here. Space. Damn it. Invade. Oh, what the fuck? Honestly. Space Invaders song. Yeah, Player One was the artist it was released in. I'm turning the audio down so I don't get a content. Oh, what the fuck was that? Yes. Oh, someone recorded it off Rage and put it on YouTube, and it's got about 250,000 views. It's so shitty. The graphics are so shitty. It's so cool. Go look it up. Space Invaders song on YouTube. Justin, the Atari joysticks, it was like a square base with a stick in the middle and one button. And in desperation, you'd just and you'd break it. It was so fucked. Have I broken a glass jar with only my voice? No, I've only broken a glass jar through clumsiness. Wouldn't want to do that on a live stream. That'd be embarrassing. Actually did that recently in the garage. Very embarrassing. Ugh. It's a whole thing. Okay. So it turns out I'm glad I made this clarified cocktail because it's really yummy. Ooh, our body's aching and tired. There's nowhere to hide. Our cover's been blown away. Space invaders, space invaders. Oh dear, that was actually globally incredibly successful. That was a big hit, and like I said, I've got I'm pretty sure I still have. That might be a collector's item. I don't know. Don't know what condition it's in. My 7-inch vinyl of Space Invaders. And yes, it's Trash 80 Day, so we need to talk about retro things. Yes, it is the anniversary of Tandy announcing their personal computer, the TRS-80. More than 45 years ago. I think it was 46 years ago. No, wait, 77. Yeah, 46 years ago. Oh, God, Justin, a version of the Space Invaders game following. See, okay, here's the thing. Here's where Space Invaders, the arcade game, was a massive breakthrough because it was the first game that got more difficult as you played it. Like if you successfully completed levels, the next level was more difficult. It was the first game that did that. And it set the trend for everything afterwards. I just remember the Irish comedian Dara O'Brien, who's a gamer and a nerd, and he has a really funny routine where he talks about how video games are the only art form that will stop you from progressing if you're not good enough. Like novels don't do that. You don't get to the end of the chapter and then there's a thing that says, before you proceed to the next chapter, summarize the themes expressed so far in the novel. And it was a really interesting observation that video games are the only art form that don't let you progress if you don't get better. Safa, I feel old all the time. I wake up in the morning and feel old. Because here's the inside goss. I'm old. Oh, God. Okay, I know that reference. Is that Dara O'Brien? That just sounds very familiar. And not just because it's a pickup line I tried to use. Oh, look, honestly, mustache. You've got to be very careful with various things you eat because it gets in the mustache. Oh, I knew it. Strictly Sega, Bad Boy Bubby. So you watched it then. Thanks, Mizm. I like this shirt too, actually. On many levels, it's more subtle than some of them. You really do think before the turn of the millennium, tech was creative and innovative? I legit get what you're saying. I think sometimes people in tech make very poor decisions now, and it's I think they worship the wrong bits of technology sometimes. Do I like dictators? Well, I'd be an excellent dictator. A lot of people would be either incarcerated or put to death, but they would be bad people, so that would be okay. Preferred way to lick an envelope in a very sensual way that makes the people at the post office uncomfortable, because that's the only time I'd do it. I'd only have an envelope at the post office and just be making eye contact with the people behind the counter going, someone screen grab that. Yep, there's two phases of life, strictly Sega. Before you watched Bad Boy Bubby and after you watched Bad Boy Bubby. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, let's just talk purely about games, Official Justin. I think the AAA game makers regularly make what I declare to be a mistake of just trying for higher and higher resolution graphics as if that's an end to itself. But you get occasional breakthroughs. Like, honestly, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, really great game mechanics. And they didn't bother trying to have the most over-the-top cutting edge of graphics. They've got those cartoony graphics. And they've just gotten much more creative than your average AAA game with the gameplay. Dr. Abigail, have I ever woken up next to more than one dead body? More than one? No. Woken up? No. So that's one of those things where language is great. Which word you stress is important. And I can do that sentence two different ways that both remain true. I could say, have I ever woken up next to more than one dead body? No. Have I ever woken up next to more than one dead body? No. That just leaves a little bit of wiggle room and denial, honestly. Yes, Arthur. Well, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are about the same. Wind Waker was its whole thing, looking like a sort of cutesy animation, which again, very clever decision. Okay, that's gone. Halfton Smith has a man there rightly picked. Okay. Tasting glass. Got a mini Glencairn from the Whiskey Show. Oofta! That's the best question yet. Have I ever described something as indescribable and then tried to describe it? All the goddamn time. Oh yeah, Strictly Sega, the mainstream shit of franchising is... I've got nothing against franchises per se, but the way they're dominating the market at the moment is ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going to try this peanut butter whiskey. Crack. And I'll do the glug, glug, glug right next to the microphone for ASMR purposes. Love that noise. Okay. Oh. So today's AAA games feel like expansion packs. See, I don't even play games like that, but you're right. You see, Dr. Abigail, there's not enough beauty sleep in the world to really do the job for me. I've just realized I actually have a filter on. Like StreamYard introduced this thing with a filter recently, and I'm pretty sure I've got it on, to smooth out my wrinkles. So there's this. Oh God, well, I always look up what day it is, and today I decided to go with the Trash 80 Day. But one of the sites said, and I'm not making this up, today is Big Forehead Day. I was all set to be celebrating Big Forehead Day for my 5-head/6 head, but I went with Trash 80 Day. Anyway, so peanut butter whiskey. Yeah, I'm soft and blurry, official Justin, because I have a beauty filter on. I just remembered it was on. Blending peanut butter with whiskey? You're kidding. We thought the idea sounded nutty too. Grab a bottle of Sheepdog peanut butter whiskey, join the pack, down as a chilled shot over ice. 35% alcohol, product of USA. I got this because the Woolies was clearing it out. It was marked down. I thought, I always wanted to know what this was like. I don't hold out high hopes for it. Certainly smells peanutty, actually. That's probably going in fucking liqueur, maybe. Holy shit, that's so sweet. That's a liqueur as it is. Oh my God. That is so fucking sweet. Holy shit. Like, it's not unpleasant. It's just super fucking sweet. God, that kind of tastes like peanut brittle. Oh my God. It tastes like fucking sugar is what it doesn't taste like peanuts. It tastes like fucking sugar. Oh my God. This is not the good one. There's one that I've seen Americans talk about that's actually good. This was cheap at the Woolies, BWS. I always want to try. Fuck me, that's just like sugar. Holy shit. Oh my God, that's outrageous. I might have that in like a highball or something. Put a couple of shots in that in a highball, top it with soda. God damn. That is not what I was expecting it to taste like. It's just fucking pure sugar. All right, now I got to think. I was kind of thinking of making an old fashioned. What are we? It's after 9 o'clock. So we're at the decision point. Official Justin, it's 35%. Your average bottom shelf whiskey is 40%. In fact, I think the normal rules for whiskey is it has to be bottled at least 40% to be called whiskey. Jesus Christ, that just tasted like sugar. So again, you could absolutely drink that straight. There's no burn. It just tastes like sugar, and it's 35% alcohol. So you get fucked up really quickly. But I don't know. There might be some valid thing. You put it in a highball with ice and thing. See, here's the thing, Dr. Abigail. I have my own theme music. I have two particular bits of theme music. The one I use to open the streams, and I also have a heavy metal version that a YouTube friend made for me. Official Justin, find something with high ABV out in the glass. Oh God. Okay, so I think also about 35%. I have this thing. This is fucking weird and just tastes like sugar. But there's a Sydney rum distillery called Brix, Brix, which Brix is a measurement of how much sugar something has in it. And of course, because rum's arguably sugar-based, well, it's molasses, which is a byproduct of sugar production. So they call their distillery Brix, Brix, and they make this drink they call citrus gone what? Citrus got real. Pun. Shit just got real. Oh my God, that's so good. If I punch myself in the face and it hurts, am I weak or strong? Please demonstrate. You'd like that, wouldn't? I'm saying that like no, you'd like it if I punch myself in the face. I will admit to having bruised myself in the past, in a horrible, stressful situation, and being unable to do something about it. Actually, okay, we're joking, but real talk. I've actually done a thing where I've actually just smashed fists into my forehead and ended up really quite significantly bruised. Very long, complicated story behind that. I don't know why I went that dark, because it's just being silly and frivolous. And I just went, well, there was this thing where I was so tense and frustrated and stressed and traumatized by a situation that I was hurting myself, and I was punching myself in the forehead, and I bruised myself. See, I don't know. Missed calls are always scam callers, though. Oh my God, I had one today, and I was bored, and so I answered. It's like, this is obviously a scam call. Okay, and I answer, and I never give anything away. I just go, hello, and there's a silence, and then someone comes in and they go, hello, and I'm like, hello, and they go, yes, hello, I'm from NBN Security Division. How are you today? And I go, well, I'm actually really insecure. So I'm very glad someone's going to talk to me about security. because I feel very insecure. And there was about 2 seconds of silence, and they I thought, but you said you were security. You said you were responsible for security. And I just like, I'm really insecure. Why didn't you help me with my insecurity? And they just hung up on me. And Mrs. Angry laughed a lot. She thought it was very funny. She said, "Did you just come up with that off the cuff? Or did you have that saved up?" No, I just thought of it in the moment. You get the pre-recorded ones in Chinese because they're normally saying something about immigration, and those scammers are working off a belief that some Chinese people are extremely twitchy about immigration. So yeah. Official Justin, what did you get? Taste like heaven, burns like. Is it Fireball? Did you get yourself some Fireball? I have a little thing of Fireball over there. All right. You know what? I am going to make myself. Have you ever seen a grown man naked, Joey? Those airplane movies and the Naked Gun TV show was just so fucking weird. Oh my gosh. Official Justin doing Fireball on the rocks. You got 3.5 liters of it. Holy shit. There's a joke I've seen online, like a meme, like someone smells a candle and goes, this smells like Fireball. So he goes, yes, Rachel, us non-alcoholics call that smell cinnamon. I have actually, it's on the side there. There's a tiny little plastic hip flask of Fireball there. See, now we're getting into the real talk. If animals could talk, which ones would Angry ignore the most? That's the real talk right there. And that's I've got to put some serious thought into it. Male peacocks, honestly, that fucking showing off is just masking insecurity. And I feel like if I could speak peacock, a male peacock is just going to want to talk to me about the latest Joe Rogan podcast. I'll be like, no, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Why is it peacocks and peahens? Why isn't it peacocks and pea vaginas? That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm going to treat myself. What will we make an old-fashioned outdoors? We have so many fun spirits. Decision made. Okay. Do I have? Oh yeah, I have some sugar syrup. We're good. It's all good in the hood. Is that my whiskey bitters? Okay, fucking Mimsy, get it together. Stay there, Space Mimsy. Whiskey bitters from the gospel. I'm such a fucking hipster. All right, I need a jigger. As they say in the classic, where my jigger's at. All right, here's some sugar syrup here. Oh, there's some agreement of ignoring the little dog that go, yep, yep, yep. And that is a solid choice. I will back you on that. Sugar syrup. Now, this is going to be primarily Archie Rose's barrel-aged honey eau de vie. Stella, hello. So lovely to see you. Celtic King, Trash 80 Day. On this day in 1977, Tandy Electronics announced the release of their personal computer, the TRS-80, which was a bit dodgy and was affectionately / sarcastically referred to as the Trash 80. Heine doing ice rocks using tricks ice. Nice. Okay, Justin, true story. Chihuahuas. Apparently, there are regions of Los Angeles where chihuahuas, like people's pet chihuahuas, escaped, and they form packs, and they go quite feral, and they're super aggressive and dangerous. And there are areas of Los Angeles where a pack of little fucking chihuahuas will go you. And it's a real issue. Yeah, official Justin. I have to admit, I like the seagulls in Finding Nemo, where all they say is mine, mine. There, yes, like yeah, you got seagull's number right there. Stella switching audio. It's always lovely to see you. I hope you've been keeping well in the great beyond. Yeah, no. I think golf club. I'd want a cricket bat. I'd want a cricket bat for chihuahuas, and just like do a solid cover drive. But like this, apparently they're super aggro, and they travel in packs, and they're just fucking fucked. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, fucking yum, motherfuckers. Oh, that is good. I don't know why I bought this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It literally just tastes like sugar. Oh, okay. Stella, you've been having an emotional breakdown, but otherwise okay. I hope you finding the time to spend a bit of time with us is somehow a positive to you, because just seeing you, just having you join us is a huge positive for me. So I hope there's some positive for you in there. Well, that's a big question. If I evolved from monkeys, why are there still bananas perfectly formed for Kirk Cameron to look like an idiot with? Oh my God, Stella, am I traumatizing you? Okay. I got this. I'd seen this for ages and I was never going to get it. But the Woolies bottle shop, BWS, is going through a thing where they're clearing their shelves of some stuff they're not going to stock anymore. And so they're marking that stuff down like 30%. And so I was getting some stuff I otherwise never would have got. And I got that. That's an American whiskey, 35% ABV. And they say it's peanut butter flavored. But I'm just going to pour out a few more drops and taste it again. There's one that people say is a good one. I mean, that just tastes like sugar. Holy shit. Maybe peanut brittle. Yeah, it maybe tastes like peanut brittle. It doesn't taste like whiskey. Oh my God, it's so fucking sweet. I mean, I might even try that in a highball tomorrow night or something. Ugh. I'm drinking more of it now. because I've got natural. All right, actually need to cleanse my palate of that weird sickly sweetness. Oh, that's a bit better. Burning the candle out with both ends. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you're going to be positive here. See, there's a big question. Have I thought about moving to India and starting a cult? Well, honestly, I think Westerners are more susceptible to that sort of thing. So, couches. Okay, I literally, the couch in my house. You've slept on it. I've slept on it. That couch is like 25 years old. It's a fucking awesome couch. It's still going. It's a great couch. That's my favorite couch. I will fucking fight other couches to defend the honor of my couch. Oh, Stella, you should be offended. It's fucking terrible. It's, oh my God. It's so fucking weird. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Oh, fuck, that's so good. Yes, I have so many good whiskies. Oh, big question, Celtic. Who else has slept on the couch? I don't know. You don't think my couch is super comfortable. I find it really comfortable to sleep on. Maybe you've had more comfortable ones. I don't know. I've always found it quite comfortable to sleep on. And yes, Stella, that would be the couch that was involved on New Year's Eve, yes. Official Justin, the Christian cults. Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, honestly, I couldn't be weirder than Hillsong. I could not be weirder than Hillsong. So I could, and we have some fucking wackadoodle cults in this country. The families spring to mind. Oh, this is fucking good, though. Old-fashioned, made with that's an aged French apple brandy, Calvados, and this from Sydney, honey eau de vie, which has been barrel aged, and a blend of those makes a fucking killer old-fashioned. Celtic King, no, I have never smoked. So I don't smoke anything. So I don't think I could smoke pot without just choking and coughing and wheezing. In Minecraft, I may have had an edible. Oh, actually, Dr. Abigail, that's legit easy. What superpower would I not want? Mind reading. What a terrible thing. Just, oof. The unwanted intrusion of other people's thoughts. Oof, no. An old-fashioned with fireballs is probably a bad idea. I'd maybe have it. You know what? I'm going to look up recipes. Let me look up. Okay. See if there's whiskey. Whiskey. Okay, different whiskeys. Apple flavored. Not cinnamon. Peanut butter whiskey. God damn. Pecan whiskey. Spiced whiskey. Swedish whiskey. You know what? While I'm looking here, I need to see what recipe they have for peanut butter whiskey, because I've got peanut butter whiskey. 0 results found. Well, that was fucking useless. Base spirit. Okay, let me just see if I just put fireball. Nope, that's not it. Fireball cinnamon. Yes. Taste fire ginger. Okay, so Difford's doesn't have any recipes for it. Fireball cocktails. What comes up here? Cherry apple bomb. Insanely good recipes has 15 fireball cocktails. Let's see, are they insanely good? Hi, I'm Kim. I love running, cooking, and curling up with a good book. Okay. Good on you, Kim. Fireball and ginger ale. That's not really a cocktail. Campfire fireball cocktail. So this one says, let me see. There's the fucking recipe. A little bit of grenadine, 1 ounce of fireball, 1 ounce of bourbon, 2 ounces of peach juice. What? Jesus Christ. This is all over the shop. 1 ounce of fireball, 1 ounce of bourbon, 1 ounce of rum, 2 ounces of peach juice, 2 ounces of cranberry juice, 1 teaspoon. God, that's going to fucking suck. Quite honestly, that's going to fucking suck. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a sour might be okay, Justin. Lemon juice, sugar syrup, a little bit of bitters. That legit might be okay. Oh God, eggnog? Fireball with amaretto and cinnamon? I mean, Safa, it is a date night this Saturday, and we have settled on where the date night's going to be. So it's going to be a good night, but there won't be a stream. So, you know, we'll try and have a lot of fun tomorrow for party night. Oh, yeah, Stella, the recipe preambles. Yes. Apparently, that's all about search engine optimization. Super fucking annoying, though. What did Sean Penn calls for a reality check? Actor cited Disney several times. Okay, that headline made it sound like Sean Penn wasn't on board with the strike, but he is. But again, fucking media companies. Okay, I'm super tempted to click on this ad. Forget the blue pill, as in Viagra. Try this and she will be intrigued. Okay, I think I need to click on that ad. Click here now to watch a short free video. How much can this 73-year-old retired doctor... Sorry, how can this 73-year-old retired doctor have this much energy? Cocaine. I think the answer is cocaine. He does a lot of cocaine. Actually, I do know why manhole covers are round, because they can't fall through. If, for instance, they were square, if the cover got tilted on an angle corner to corner, it could fall through. But when they're round, no matter where you sort of lift them and angle them, the cover cannot fall through the hole. I fucking know that one. Stella, media doing actors dirty, pretending they're against the strike when they're not like, yeah. I think the first actor to contribute, like The Rock, donated at least $1 million to the fund to support the strikers, and now a whole bunch, including George Clooney, have doing it. Okay, Dr. Abigail, sorry, official Justin, that's an access point in the ceiling, and they're often square. What shapes my peripheral vision? Weird and fucked up and blobby, quite honestly. Official Justin, that sounds like a sex thing. The 73-year-old doctor enjoying long blacks in the morning. No judgment. Sounds like a sex thing. All right. Sorry, I was going to look. Does this person have any other good fireball recipes? Because that first one sounded fucked. We were joking about an old-fashioned, but they've got a fireball old-fashioned, which they say is... Where's the actual fucking recipe? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, so it's... Okay, Jesus, well, this is going to fuck you up. 1 ounce fireball, 2 ounces of bourbon, and then bitters. I suppose you don't need the sugar because the fireball's probably got sugar in it. Man, 3 ounces of alcohol, that's going to fuck you up. Dun, dun, dun. Fireball and Dr. Pepper. Fireball cherry apple bomb. Ginger ale and grenadine. And apple cider. I mean, honestly, that might not be terrible. I think fireball should be with a mixer. Like ginger ale or soda or fucking something. Yeah, I know you were joking, Justin, but it's there. It is there. Oh God, Safa, I don't know all of them. Eateries, just, I don't know. Something in Chinatown can't really exist without being good, I don't think. So Dr. O'Reilly has manhole covers around when someone needs to fully descend. If they need partial accents, the square. Okay, I'd not heard that. Yes, and roof access. It's just passport. Who cares if it falls on your head? Oh, there you go. The word from official Justin. Go to St Kilda for Asian eateries. And Streaky Sega, I absolutely agree with you. Cooking and drinking is great. Making a meal is great. Mixing up a nice drink, great. These are both great things. I agree. Temperature to sleep inside the fridge. When there was a heat wave last summer and my air conditioning was broken, yes. Okay, so Chinatown is closer to Parliament Station, but you can walk there from Southern Cross. Just from Southern Cross, you want to get to... What street do you want to get to? Chinatown's kind of between Lonsdale and Burke Street. So there you go. Okay, official Justin, I have not been to Ackland Street in a little while. Oh, there's an interesting thing from Stella. Your roof is thick particle board and you have a round access hole in the top. There you go. You've got an hour. Because you're going to the sports ball on the weekend. I mean, just get a tram down Burke Street from... no. Do I mean Burke Street? What street do I mean? Brain no worky. I think I mean Burke. I think I mean Burke Street. Get a tram down Burke Street from Southern Cross Station and get out on where it intersects with Swanston Street, and then fucking anywhere you see food is going to be good there because they can't survive if they're not good. Are eyebrows part of my facial hair? I've never shaved them. I have trimmed them. Okay, so my hairdresser has trimmed my eyebrows before, and I get him to trim my beard, so maybe they do count as facial hair. So you can say a trick with Chinese restaurants, look at the ones that have 3.5 stars. The waiters are rude, but the food's good, it makes up for it. It's basically, Saf, if you're coming for a soccer game, you're coming into Southern Cross, get a tram up Burke Street, get out at Swanston Street, and then you want to sort of head up towards Lonsdale Street. Any of the places there that look good are probably good because they can't survive if they're not good. Flower Drum might be a bit over the top. Was at one point renowned as the best Chinese restaurant in Australia, if not the world. A food writer for the New York Times called it the best Chinese they'd ever had. Oh, nice. Safa, you're meeting your sister for dinner. Yeah, seriously, though, if you want some Asian food, just do exactly what I said. Tram up Burke Street from Southern Cross, get out at Swanston Street, go, and you would literally, as you go out Burke Street, get out and then turn left, go up Swanston Street. Anything that looks good is probably going to be good. Official Justin, good dumplings across the road from Flower Drum. I've never been to Flower Drum. But it was pretty neat because Flower Drum got a literal global reputation. And as I understand it, I could be wrong, but I'm sure I read this. The people who owned Flower Drum cashed in on how popular it was. They want to sell it. They actually sold the restaurant to the staff. Like some of the staff pooled funds together to buy the restaurant from the previous owner and keep doing it. So yeah. Oh, I love this, Dr. Abigail. I always love fuck, marry, kill ones. Tom Hanks, Ryan Reynolds, George Clooney. Okay, there's no doubt I'm going to fuck Ryan Reynolds. That's a no-brainer. That is an absolute no-brainer. The other one is more difficult. I think, look, I like George Clooney, but I'm probably going to kill him because Tom Hanks just seems faithful. So I'm going to marry Tom Hanks. And yes, Greg, I think Flower Drum probably is overpriced. Yes. That's an interesting take, Justin. You think country towns, if they're run by Chinese people, Dubbo had a couple of Chinese restaurants that were actually run by Chinese people. Those are good. You get weird shit in some country towns where it's not Chinese people running the Chinese restaurants. Country town, if the Chinese restaurant is run by Chinese people, it's going to be good. Oh, that's a interesting take, you say. Yeah, too many stars is too many white people like it. They're judging by food service rather than food quality. There you go. Stella, you miss Melbourne food culture. You're not a fan of cities. Melbourne's definitely the best city. Oh yeah, absolutely. And okay, Stella, no pressure, no stress whatsoever. But how well you'd be treated if you visited Melbourne. Dr. Abigail and I would look after you. So yeah, if that's ever an option for you, you'd be looked after. Yes, strictly Sega, lemon chicken. I am. I'm a fucking Caucasian cliche. I love lemon chicken. Oh, yeah, if that's done really well. Official Justin, Coonabarabran has some good Chinese restaurants. Nice. I've never had Chinese in Coonabarabran. I've been to Coonabarabran. Never had Chinese there. Why do I keep pooping the bed? I mean, honestly, I blame the alcohol. That's what I think. But yeah, no, there were legit good Chinese restaurants in Dubbo when I grew up. But that's the real thing you need to look out for. Country town Chinese restaurants need to be run by Chinese people. Oh yeah, Safa, that lunch we had at the meat place, the place that specialized in meat. It was good though. It was good. It was definitely good. Still, you got a small hope for your 40th birthday end of the year. Oh, again, definitely don't want to press you into anything, but if you're able to, it would be awesome. Ah, excellent. Oh my god, that's such a good question about armrests in cinemas. Oh, it's like, oh my god, it's so fucking fraught. People can be awful. Oh, see, okay, official Justin, I'm old enough. When I was a kid, we went to Coonabarabran for Miniland. Okay, I am now going to educate you folks. There was this weird as fuck tourist attraction. It does not quite a theme park, and it was called Miniland. And out the front was this weird life-size animatronic T-Rex. You'd put 20 cents in this thing, and this huge thing, its jaws would open, and a speaker would go roar, roar, and his little arms would move. And inside they had a triceratops that would do the same thing. And it was this great fucking, it was fucking wicked. It's about an hour away from Dubbo. We fucking loved going there as kids. And it all burnt down in a bushfire. So yeah, there you go. Official Justin, do I remember Ton of Fun? I don't know that one. No, I don't know that one. But Miniland in Coonabarabran was a thing we fucking did. Stella, it needs to be small Chinese woman, super lovely counter, walks out the back and yells at her husband till his ears bleed. Okay. That is a kick-ass fucking question. If I ask people how they're going, and this is the whole thing about are you okay day is kind of bullshit. You're saying one day, I do try to regularly express to people, if I ever ask you, are you okay? You are allowed to tell me no. You are allowed to say not okay. You don't even have to give me any details. If oversharing is not a thing, but I won't judge. If I ever ask anyone if they're okay, how are you going? And if they say shit, I will listen if you want me to listen. And if you don't want to say anything beyond that, I'm also okay with that. I kind of think it was summed up. There were two really good COVID lockdown tracks done by Australian hip hop artists. There was Briggs and Tim Minchin doing House Fire, which is great. And there was the Hilltop Hoods, I'm Good, which was released in 2020. And the chorus was, I'm good, I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. That's mighty thoughtful. I'm good, I'm pretty good, but not great. How are you? Because I'm kind of awful. And that's how it goes, particularly in 2020 and 2021. Even people who didn't feel like they had mental health challenges, usually it was kind of like, if someone said, how are you doing? I'm good. But if you went like, how are you? It's like, honestly, oh, shit's kind of fucked up, you know? I was like, yeah, it is, isn't it? It really is. And one that I will always remember, friend of mine who was a uni lecturer. This is someone I've been friends with for ages. I gave away a few things during lockdown. One was I went through all my DVDs, and there was, because I had a bunch of kids' DVDs. I kept like the Pixar ones and the good ones for Twitch. Okay, these are the ones that are for preteens, and there was a lot of them. I had like 20 of these DVDs that were like for preteens, and I took a picture of them because I compiled them, and I said, is there anyone I know who has kids and you don't have a streaming service and you need something to fucking occupy them? I will send these to you. If you want these, I will send them to you. I'll just tell you how much the postage costs. You just need to tell me the postage. And one of my friends just grabbed it and went, fuck, yes, please do it. And so I sent her these DVDs, and they're apparently good. Now, another one, we had a big box of random Lego pieces, some semi-complete sets, and a lot of loose pieces. And it was a big fucking box of Lego. And I did that as well. And I said, is anyone trying to keep youngins amused? You can just have this big fucking box of random Lego. And yet, and this friend of mine, he was a uni lecturer. The poor fucker had, at the start of COVID, had 3 kids under 5 or maybe under 6. And that's fucking nightmare material. 3 kids under 5 in lockdown. And I said, does anyone want this? And he says, yes, I'll come and pick it up. And I was like, and this is when it was like social distancing, lockdown and shit. And so he came and I put all the stuff in the box. And I put it at the end of the driveway. And he came and got it. And I go, Philip, how are you doing? And I swear to God, he was losing his fucking mind because he was trying to do uni lectures online with 3 kids under 5 in the house while he's trying to manage classes online. And I swear to God, this poor fucker was losing his fucking mind. He was so stressed. Justin, I really appreciate the thought of shouting me some Chinese. Yes. Are you Miss Stella? I'm getting Indian food delivered tomorrow. A friend of mine, a friend I made through YouTube, she had like an Indian home cooking channel, and she's recently got a license for a kitchen to be a commercial kitchen. So she makes Bengali food and delivers it. So we're getting a bunch of Bengali food delivered tomorrow. It's like 6 meals, I think, and it's going to be fucking awesome. So I'm really looking forward to that. It includes Bengali styled fried rice, which I'm really looking forward to. Official Justin, your in-laws had 4 kids under 5 and a 2. Yeah, no, that's okay. Here's Justin, and you're saying that from your own experience with autism. You ask that, Dr. Abigail. I own several weeks worth, because I do change my undies every day. I probably have about 20 pairs of undies. Thank you for asking. And yes, Chinese food is an antidepressant, definitely. Yeah, also, Stella, I have to admit, with my friend, I said, mild. Okay, I'm a white person. Please make it mild for me. So, yeah, so there's, I mentioned this earlier, but there's the fried rice, there's a chicken dish, I think one's goat meat, fish, and a dessert. So looking forward to it. Official Justin, I fucking love that there was that guy who was part of the government response to COVID, who just when shit started to get really real in 2020, because he was an old guy, he accidentally thought Twitter was Google, and his Twitter status was Dan Murphy's opening hours. I still do that. I still do that if I'm ever fucking stressed. I just type into Twitter Dan Murphy's opening hours. Like, if you know, you know. Oh yeah, no. Strictly saying, I always tell the Indian places, like, when I say mild, I mean white person mild, okay? So it's like, yeah. Yeah, no, Justin, I know you were talking about your own autism there. Yes. I still think the people who had the toughest time, it's like people with small kids in lockdown, fucking nightmare. People in fraught or dangerous domestic situations, obviously terrible. And also people who are completely alone. Very tough. Okay, if I had a nemesis, their characteristic would be they would never stop trying to tell me about the latest Joe Rogan podcast. That would be it. And I would have to punch them through a wall because they wouldn't shut up about Joe Rogan or someone similar. Oh my God, you grow Carolina Reapers. Several of my brothers do that. We have this competition at Christmas, at family Christmas, who'd grown the hottest chilies that year. Official Justin, during COVID, a group of psychiatrists said that Dan Murphy's is a stakeholder in their business. Yes, Safa and Strictly Sega are agreeing naan bread's good. I do like naan bread. You get good. Oh my God, there's Woolly sometimes. Oh, they always have it. Sometimes it's on special. I get it's on special. It's naan bread that's stuffed with cheese. I use that as a mini pizza base. It's fucking awesome. It's really good. Oh yes, Strictly Sega. That's another one. They're either talking about Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, or pushing crypto. Saha, never heard anything about VD for ages. Toby occasionally gives me an update, but I've not received another angry letter from VD for a couple of years. Dr. Rubio has chocolate right there. Coconut chocolate, 2 old blocks. Whittaker's. I am covetous because I do not have chocolate here. I have some salted caramel chocolate coated chickpeas I could go and get. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, Joe Rogan. He's just terrible, honestly. Justin, what would it take to bring back lockdowns? It would take a more virulent virus that was killing large amounts of people. It would literally take hospitals to be overwhelmed to the point they had to have freezer trucks in the parking lots for the bodies. So Stella, Indian restaurant in Kalgoorlie offers Vegemite naan. That's a thing. I'm going to leave it at that. That's a thing. So you're mentioning chocolate. I'm thinking of going to get these chocolate-covered chickpeas I got. What's the time? Holy shit, it's almost 10. We actually just passed the anniversary of our curfew. I got that on Facebook memories this week. Actual curfew. That's fucking wild. An actual thing that says you're not allowed to be outside after a particular hour. God damn. You've manipulated for ill. Yeah, definitely. Safa, I don't know, half to 3/4, honestly. I'm look, I definitely wouldn't drive a car at the moment. But, something. I needed to warm up before I wear the kilt again. In fact, I have 2 kilts. They're both just here. They're in this wardrobe just here. Just another COVID virus 20 years from now. Oh, yeah, look, here's the thing. We might not have a pandemic on the scale of COVID for another 100 years. We might have a worse one this year. We are fucking dancing on razor blades as far as I'm concerned. You talk to epidemiologists. They are so fucking paranoid about factory farming, particularly avian factory farming. The likelihood of there being a terrible, devastating pandemic coming out of chicken factory farms. It's such a huge risk. It's terrible. Okay, I don't know. I get that one, Stella. I know a lot of Billy Connolly. Kitty Cold Bomb doesn't ring a bell. Celtic. Do people say that, man? No one says anything. I literally, a couple of times as an experiment, I've worn the kilt to like the supermarket or something. No one's ever said anything. So now we've got people. Dr. Abigail wants a lockdown. Official Justin wants a lockdown. Icy Saracen. Hello, by the way. You got a rejected job offer. Team's currently very sensitive to the group mix. Oh, that means they're fucking weirdos. Honestly, dude. That is fucking weird. I kind of get where they're coming from. They're like going about, oh, we've got this really delicate balance of personality. I feel like they're saying, you're not a bad person. You're not lacking in the skills we need. But the personality balance is so delicate here. We need to be super sensitive about it. I feel like if they said that to you, they're trying to say, this is not a reflection on you. This is not saying you're a bad person, but the personality balance here is really delicate. And I honestly think you may be well shot of it. So if they brought back, double job seeker for lockdown, yes. Oh, yes, okay. You have your newborn coming home. Yeah. See, again, that's what I said. People with very young kids, lockdown is the most stressful. So not kitty cold bum, kilty cold bum. Yes, I need to wait for summer before I wear my kilt again. I have my tactical kilts. I love my hybrid kilt. In the pleats is tartan. It's black but tartan in the pleats. They're both good. I'm going to see because I bought them years ago. I don't remember the name. I don't know if the name's on them. Let me have a look. Let me have a look in here. I don't know if there's like a tag. Okay, see, this is my hybrid kilt. See, I've got my little pouch. It's got the thing, and in the pleats is tartan. Doesn't seem to have like a tag with the maker name on it. Which is a bit remiss. You're actually making me miss my kilt. Waiting for warmer weather. And the first one I got, this is the plain black kilt. The tactical kilt. They're both good, but I do really like the one with the tartan in the pleats. But I promise I will wear them this summer. It's just, even though it was like 19, 20 Celsius today, still a bit fresh. I mean, honestly, Dr. Abigail, if 11 was pronounced 1T1, it'd be a bit more fucking consistent, is all I'm saying. Stella, now's an excellent time to mention you. Please do not encourage me. Please do not encourage me to say terrible things, because I will do it. Celtic King, the site was very good with the sizes, honestly. And I've lost weight since I've got it, so I have to wear a belt with it now. But that's okay. Put on the kilt. Look, honestly, party night, tomorrow night, you can probably convince me to put on the kilt tomorrow night. What's the temperature meant to? I think it's meant to rain tomorrow. Doesn't make that much difference in here. What's the Bureau saying? Bomb. And I love it because they don't want to be called bomb. That's meant to be 19, but it might be raining tomorrow. Ooh, and then a big temperature drop. Much cooler over the weekend. And then cooler during the week. Okay. So we get 2 weirdly warm days, then a week of much more like winter. Oh no, official Justin, you're going to be in the region of West Dubbo. Just be careful. Just be careful. Oh, you might be at a friend's place. Oh well, if you're able to join, ace. If you're not, Understandable. So Stella, kilts make you want to. Ooh, oh, hello. Sorry. Okay, that's the whole thing. It's gonna be sorry. I'm just gonna have melted melted ice. Hell to the yeah. What else? What's here? Barrel aged old fashioned. Barrel aged liqueur. I'm just trying to give Mrs. Angry a really nicely flavored orange peel to put in a hot chocolate. Oh, a little bit more. See, Stella, what you're reminding me of is the old joke from the Goodies, the Scottish thing, like Graham Garden was Scottish, and the question was, "What's worn under the kilt?" And the response is, "Nothing. It's all in perfect working order." All right, so right on time. Ding was probably Mrs. Angry saying, "Going to bed." What? Siri heard me say something about winter, and what the fuck? That's so weird. I don't have Hey Siri, are you switched on? No. Okay, I didn't think so. I'm on the fucking phone. Oh, so I never answered that one. What color is my mirror? Magenta. It is eat the cherry time. Oh, Jesus Christ, Justin, you can be under the fucking table with 400 mils of Fireball, honestly. I did actually watch some stuff. I watched 3 episodes of The Bear, which season 2, which is a great show, which is on Disney Plus. Fascinating thing about just restaurant culture. It's fiction, like dramedy type stuff. Oh, fuck yeah. Man, I make good fucking drinks. I'm just throwing that out there. Just official Justin, if you've done 400 mils of Fireball tonight, I feel like that's going to fuck you up. Oh my God, that's good. Okay. I am going to go Sleepy Bobos, which means official end of the stream. Are there any more cherries in here? I think I have emptied another jar of cherries. Tomorrow night, time to open a new jar of cherries. No one panic. I think I've actually got 2 jars of cherries out there because I love these cherries so much. I never want to run out of them. Oh my God, that's so fucking yummy. I think it's just in a meetup. No one shows up to meetups, so I just do this, hang out. Oh my God, that cherry's so fucking yummy. All right, you fancy people, please take care. Always enjoy spending time with you. You're fucking awesome. If you're available tomorrow night, that will be awesome. Whatever you're doing, look after yourself. Take care.